is Chris. Thank you for joining NerdLife Official. On today's episode, I will be talking about what makes me a nerd. My favorite character is Marvel's Spider-Man, specifically Miguel O'Hara. I prefer Miguel O'Hara to Peter Parker because he's more of a broken character, and I prefer my broken characters. And it's more realistic to me. Who in the real world isn't broken? He's also one of the first spider people to be of mixed descent. He's Hispanic and Irish. He has powers that no other spider person has. Okay, well, maybe not powers, but attributes. He has fangs and claws. And his origin story is interesting. He thought about leaving his job at Alchemax, and so he told his boss, and his boss forced him to stay by slipping a drug into his drink that's bonding to his DNA, which somehow the drug is legal in 2099? Okay. And Miguel tried to fix it by using an experimental device he's been working on for years that theoretically will rewrite somebody's DNA. And so he was using his previous DNA on file, but a rival in the company switched that for Peter Parker's DNA, and he got the powers of Spider-Man. He went home kind of out of his mind because got new powers, drugged up, and his costume isn't even a Spider-Man costume. It's a Day of the Dead costume. And he had it in his apartment. He said, sure, why not this? It won't rip because it's made out of unstable molecules. So, unstable molecules are accessed anywhere in 2099. My favorite DC character is Dick Grayson Robin. I sometimes like the classic characters better than the new ones, yes. And I like the chemistry between Batman and Robin, Bruce and Dick Grayson. Nothing can beat that. He does become a better character when he's Nightwing, yes, but nothing can really beat the original Robin. The whole reason why Bruce Wayne adopted Dick Grayson was so Dick Grayson wouldn't turn out like him. And DC holds a special place in my heart because I learned my colors from a DC hero poster. But I am more of a Marvel person. The main thing I love about Star Wars is Han Solo and Chewbacca. I like Chewbacca because of his weird conception origin. George Lucas was driving down a road one day and looked over his dog within the passenger seat and thought it'd be neat to have a dog-like co-pilot. And so Chewbacca was born. Who doesn't want a loyal co-pilot? And I love Han Solo because he's a wisecracking, reluctant hero that can be a little mean, yes, but that just adds to his charm. I want to talk about one of my favorite horror films of all time. Wes Craven's Scream. I love Scream because it tears apart horror movies in a loving way, and it's so self-aware, but so serious at the same time. And who doesn't love Billy Loomis's mad plan and Stu's dialogue? And nobody can't say that Stu has a thing for Billy, because you can plainly see it. You don't have to read into things. You can just say he has a thing for him, just how Stu acts around Billy. And another horror film I like that grew on me is Alien. I like Alien because it's terrifying, and Ripley is an amazing character, and the design of the xenomorphs, they're just amazing. And aliens that kill you just because that's in their nature, that's terrifying. A facehugger latches onto your face, impregnates you with a chest burster that eats through your chest, and that grows into a full-blown xenomorph. The life cycle is interesting, and every part of the life cycle of a xenomorph will end you. And speaking of another alien, I love Predator. Predator is, the movie is so good. It makes you think it's one thing but turns into another. And it introduces one of the second most iconic aliens ever, the Yucha, which is what they're known by sometimes. They go by different names a lot. Dutch, the main guy, is so interesting, and it's even better because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger is good in a lot of stuff. Another horror film I like is Puppet Master. It's so absurd, but so good. I prefer the third Puppet Master to the others because it's a good story, and it introduces my favorite puppet of all time, Six Shooter. A cowboy spider. Need I say more? It's awesome and really absurd. You just gotta watch it if you haven't already. And Walking Dead, I started the show, and I liked the show until it started dropping off in the later seasons. And because of the show, I got the comics, and the comics really messed up, but still a good read. And I just like Michonne and Carl. I just love the chemistry they have. It makes me mad that Carl survived that long only to be bitten by a zombie. It just, why? Why end them like that? And switching to a horror adjacent property, Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters because it's hilarious and it takes itself seriously in the world it's in. And I just love Slimer. He's cool looking. He's kind of cute. And he's green, one of my favorite colors, and he has a huge appetite, similar to me, so I kind of resonate with the ghost. And now let's switch over to animes that I like. The first anime I was introduced to that I love is Dragon Ball. And it's an interesting story, and Dragon Ball was based off of an Asian folk tale, the Monkey King, and yeah, my favorite characters from the entire Dragon Ball franchise is Piccolo and Vegeta. They're so serious and so cool that you can't help but love them. And another anime I like is My Hero Academia. My friends are talking about it a lot, so I just got to the point where, like, screw it, I'm watching it just to know what the heck they're talking about, and I instantly fell in love with it. And specifically one character, Froppy, and I don't really remember her full name, but I remember her nickname because she keeps telling Deku to call her Sue. So I got to know her by Sue or Froppy. And the last thing I'm going to discuss, because I have to, is Five Nights at Freddy's. I just love the weird, absurd, scary, funny, and a lot of time depressing franchise. I was on a free game website one day. I saw it. I thought, might as well play it because I've heard a lot of stuff about it. I played it and I kind of got addicted to it. And my favorite animatronics in all the franchises, Foxy and Roxanne Wolf. They're both cool, and I kind of resonate with Roxanne because to me, I feel like she has low self-esteem like I do, and she may come across narcissistic with how much she hypes herself up, but whatever works for her. And tell me your fandoms down below, and I'll see you